Good morning, 8th grade. Mr. Franklin here. It is Thursday, May 28th, 2020. It's going to be the last day of e-learning. So I want to see 100%. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that I think is actually relevant to today. It's the Black Panther Party. So the Black Panther Party was an organization that was started and it was started for the self-defense of the black community. And I think that relates to a lot of the topics, a lot of the things that are going on today in the world. Because it just shows that throughout the years, the black community has felt a need to defend themselves from the attacks of particularly police brutality. Because that's going to be one of the number one reasons why the Black Panther Party comes into existence. So today's lesson is just going to be like all your lessons. You're going to watch Mr. Franklin talk. You're going to listen to his boring voice. You're going to answer some questions related on the presentation I give. You're going to do a reading, and then I'd like you to watch a supplemental video on the Black Panther Party. A couple of quick announcements. We have moved. CPS has mandated that we move all of the promotion stuff back, and they've said that the earliest that we can do the promotion stuff is June 11th, Thursday, June 11th. So this week will be Zoom. So tomorrow will be Zoom Fest. Next week will be your virtual luncheon. So next Friday. And then the Friday after that will be your virtual promotion. Your virtual promotion will take place on Thursday, June 11th at 3:30 p.m. Go ahead and pause your video right now because I'm going to ask you that question. I'm going to ask you when your virtual promotion is going to be. It's going to be Thursday, June 11th at 3:30 p.m. All right? So let's go ahead and talk about the Black Panther Party. Excuse me. All right. So what was the origin of the Black Panther Party? The Black Panther Party was founded in Oakland, California. So this is a northern West Coast organization in 1966. Two founders, Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. They promoted self-defense and civil rights of black Americans. They also had and felt a solidarity with poor Americans, not just black Americans, but with poor Americans. So they started in Oakland in 1966, and chapters were founded all over the country. The Chicago chapter was particularly influential and particularly important. What were the goals of the Black Panther Party? Their goals were to end police brutality of the black community. They had a very political belief set. They were against wars of aggression. They wanted the freedom for blacks in prisons in the United States. In fact, they radically called for all black people that were in prison to be released. And they wanted an increase in social welfare for black Americans. This was all part of they had a 10-point plan. Now, it's important to know that basically, one of the first things they did was they policed the police. And what I mean by that is that in California, they would monitor police activity. Now, this is before we had cell phones and they could film the police brutality that was taking place. But they wanted to make sure that the police were not harming black citizens. So when they saw the police pull somebody over in the black community, they would go and they would stand 150 feet away or so. They would have guns, and they would watch the police. Now, they were obviously exercising their constitutional rights when they were carrying weapons and watching the police, but the police didn't like it. Police definitely didn't like it. The federal government didn't like it. The federal government started spying on them, started sending in secret undercover agents to gather information. So you had members of the Black Panther Party that were really not members of the Black Panther Party, but they were FBI agents. And I want you to read about what happens to the Black Panther Party in Chicago specifically, because I think it's very important. So here's their 10-point program. Um, I'm just gonna go over the highlights. They wanted full employment for Black people. They want an end to the robbery. That means the taking out of the Black community. They want education. They want housing. They want an end to police brutality. They want health care. So this is 1966. They're asking for universal health care. They want freedom for all Black and oppressed people now held in U.S. federal, state, county, city, and military prisons and jails. They want land, housing, bread, education, clothing, justice, and peace. So they are calling for things that at the time were very, very radical, but things that many people think need to exist today. So, what were some accomplishments of the Black Panther Party? They created social programs. They had free breakfast programs for children across the United States. This used to not exist in cities in America. They had testing. They paid for testing for sickle cell disease. They distributed clothing across cities in America. They led to a sense of empowerment in Black communities, and they helped to protect the inner cities from police brutality. So, essentially, in cities across the United States, the states and federal government work to end and destroy the Black Panther Party. Bobby Hutton and Fred Hampton specifically was the Chicago leader of the Black Panther Party. He was murdered while he was in his bed by the police. He was set up and murdered. 21 Black Panthers were charged for plotting to assassinate police officers and blow up buildings. But much of this violence was actually secret agents that were sent in and then sent in to cause this turmoil. So the federal government essentially caused the Black Panther Party to end. So, sad but true. All right, so that is your presentation on the Black Panther Party for today. What I want you to do is I want you to go back into your Google form. I want you to answer the questions. I want you to do the reading, and I want you to watch the supplemental material. It's been a pleasure teaching you guys. I love you. Stay safe. Hopefully this stuff will be done. Have a great summer, and I can't wait to see you at the Zoom Fest tomorrow. So make sure you log in. We're having a Zoom Fest tomorrow at a regular time at 3:30. So make sure you log in for that. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.